Hello, this video will review how to deal with exceeded time or stuck quizzes. So say that you have a student who has taken a quiz and they have exceeded the amount of time, or you get reports of the quiz did not save my answers, or those types of things. Often that is caused from an exceeded time quiz. Also, you might get reports from students saying their quiz was stuck and they were not able to submit their quiz. So this video will show you the steps for verifying that and fixing it. So to begin, you want to navigate to the quizzes area and you want to go to the quiz that has the issue. So you choose the drop down and grade. At that point, you'll be able to see a listing of all of those who have submitted the quiz. You'll be able to see their grade. So in this case, you see that this person, their time was exceeded by 32 seconds. So it will tell you if they went over the amount of time allotted. So to see more information, we'll click Attempt 1. That will actually let us see each individual question, and if need be, we can actually override the grade here. So they marked the incorrect answer, but maybe if it was coded wrong or something, I could actually regrade it here if I wanted to. But of interest to us at this point is going to be this quizzes event log. So we're going to select it. It's going to open up a pop-up for us, and we're going to be able to see sort of a play-by-play. So you'll be able to see that they opened the quiz at 4:16 on August 29th. You're also able to see when they went from each page. This is why it's important to put one question per page so that when they go to each question, when they move to the next page, you're able to make sure that they were doing one-to-one. If you put all the questions on one page, they're not able to, you're not able to see when they answered each question. So if you do it one per page, you're able to see when they were answering each question. So within here, we see that we have a quiz reentry at 4:17. So what this means is sometime between 4:16 and 4:17 they were out of the quiz window. So they either X'd out of the browser accidentally, they were disconnected from Wi-Fi, so they were disconnected from the quiz. Often if it's a couple of minutes, often their Wi-Fi might have gotten messed up and they had to go back into the quiz, reconnect their Wi-Fi and go back into the quiz. So this is a telltale sign if a student reports their wireless or their internet access getting disconnected. When you see a quiz reentry, that is a telltale sign of that. Notice here at this point that the quiz time was exceeded. So what that means is that any adjustments from that, so this was the quiz time period was exceeded, and this was the quiz grace period was exceeded. So between the quiz time limit exceeded and the quiz grace period exceeded, any of these changes that they made would have taken effect because you were still within the grace period. After the grace period, however, any changes that would have occurred would not take effect. So if at 4:22 I changed my answer on page 5 to C instead of A, it would not have saved. Sometimes students report that by saying, the quiz did not save my answers that I made at the last minute, and that's probably because their quiz grace period had exceeded. They do get a pop-up saying so, but that is a telltale sign there. So that is how you would look at a quiz event log to make sure that an internet connection did indeed occur, or to see if the time limit had been exceeded. Now, say, for example, that a student reports their quiz being stuck. So for some reason they were not able to continue their quiz. So in that case, you would go to the quiz, you would choose grade. Notice that this is going to show you a listing of all those who have completed an exam. What we want to do is change it to those who have an attempt in progress. Choose the search symbol, and we see that sample 2 person has a quiz in progress. So I can choose attempt 1, and I can see what they've answered thus far, but I'm also able to open that same quiz event log for this student. I'm able to see when they started the exam. So they entered the exam at 4:25, they answered some questions, and so we're able to see where they were in that process. So their quiz is still currently open. So you have a couple of ways that you can fix this. One way is to just delete the attempt and let them start over. This is particularly helpful if they are, if the time has exceeded and they wouldn't be able to go back into the quiz anyways, and they did not complete most of the exam. You can check this box and choose the trash can. That will delete the attempt for them. If they were able to complete most of the quiz and you just want to push it through for them, you can do that by choosing this icon. So you're entering the quiz as the student. Now you want to be careful because any adjustments you make will take effect to the quiz. So you don't want to mess up anything. You just want to choose submit, submit, and basically you're pushing the quiz through for the student. Now, if you search for all users, you'll be able to see that we did push that quiz through for that student. And it was exceeded by 18 minutes because there was probably 18 minutes from the time that they got their quiz stuck and you went in and submitted it. So now we can look at attempt 1. So basically we pushed it through. So we can come in and see what happened. And if we scroll down, we see at this point, so it was stuck at 425. I impersonated them at 449, and I went in and pushed the quiz through for them. So that is what that shows. Now, anything that they did not get to is going to be marked as incorrect. So if this case, the student had actually answered all of the questions, but if they had not answered one of the questions, it would mark it incorrect. So that is how you can deal with stuck quizzes or quizzes that have exceeded the time limit.